Hello, my lovelies, and welcome back. The lovely Mia and I are back to talk about the second episode of Boba Fett, Book of Boba Fett. So, Mia, I just told you before we started, before we hit record, I loved it. Now let me know, did you love it? How many points would you rate this episode?
Well, it's so hard for me to give points, 1 out of 10. I would say 10 again, but really I just love the show and I love Star Wars, and it's so hard for me to give it below
Yeah.
10 unless it's prequel, then I can. But okay. But anyway, I really liked it, because I told you that I love the past, and since we had only 14 minutes in the present and then the rest of the episode in the past, I kind of wanted to know, how did you like it this time?
Yeah, because I said last time, yeah, it's enough now. No, no, no. I'm fine. So how would I rate it? I would give it 9.5 out of 10. And
Good
I'm
rating.
never that generous, but I really, really enjoyed it and loved it for several reasons. So, and I think we're going through the whole thingy now, but for me, this whole spiritual vibe, which
Mhm.
the whole looking back at what happened with the Sand People and everything, and the Camino flashbacks and everything. I love this spiritual vibe of this episode, and the music was beautiful, the images were beautiful. So yeah, I would 9.5 out of 10, and I'll explain why. Even though, yes, you're right, we had a lot of flashbacks, but I think those flashbacks are important and they flesh out a character, right? They flesh out Boba Fett. So it's important to see how he got to the
Exactly.
place
Now we
he's now.
see who he is in Mandalorian. Now we
Yeah.
see why is he like that. Why is he even appearing like that in a show? So
Yeah,
this
and
was,
why he helped Jin with baby Grogu, right? So you now understand more of his character.
yeah. Again, he could have fled, but he didn't. Right.
Exactly. Okay, so it starts with well, do you want to go through? You have more notes than I did. Mia has all
Okay.
Mia's like she's written a book
Yeah, I
basically.
really nerd out this time. Well, the episode name is The Tribe of Tatooine. So, of course, we were going to find out something about it. Then it starts with Fennec bringing the assassin that she caught to Jabba's place. And I really like those scenes as well. There's this humor. I
Yeah.
loved it when they threw him to the Rancor, and I was thinking Muchi was going to show up, but then there's no Rancor. I was like, where is
Yeah.
he? Where are all
Yeah.
the Rancors?
Yeah,
Do you have?
I do think they will get the idea we bloody need a rancor because people will soon find out we don't have one. And that's an additional element of fear, right? So he's an over crime lord, he needs a rancor, right? So maybe chance of Muchi, I think yes.
Yeah, but where is he at this point? Because
We
last I know, I saw him the Bib taking him, right? Is it the Bib?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
Bib. Bib
yeah.
took him from the Bad Batch after they released him.
Yeah, we don't yeah. I thought he's there, so we don't really know.
Yeah, true. And then so yeah, this this assassin for hire. I really liked how Fennec said, like, yeah, they're overpriced. You're just paying for the brand.
It's,
you
I
know,
mean,
there's no
yeah.
quality there.
No.
That was really funny to me as well.
Yeah, and you saw it when she was hunting them down, right? Like she hunted like how many were it that escaped? I think 3 or whatever, and she hunted the last one she killed and threw down because Boba just told her we just need one, and she brought the one, and she's just one woman, but she got them, so she's right in what she says.
Yes, it's true. It's true. And then I liked I liked how the DBD. No, is it? Yeah, it's DBD. The droid
Hmm.
that explains like what order they belong to, and
Yeah,
then like the second they throw him to the Rancor is like, yeah, Mayor sent me. Mayor sent me.
yeah,
It's like
yeah,
he didn't even try. He didn't last even a minute or
yeah.
longer.
But I mean, that was a setup, right? I don't think the mayor sent him. I
No,
still don't. I mean, am I wrong? I still don't think the mayor sent him
no, now I
because
think
didn't.
the Huts sent him, but I still don't
Yes,
know what Garsha had to do with it. Why?
Yeah.
What's her combo with now the Huts, the twins, right?
Yeah, exactly. So let's go to the next scene. So the next scene is him, obviously, because that assassin told him. So it was the mayor. So they went to the mayor's office, and I mean, this is also, but it was fun humor. The guy at the
The
desk, like,
clerk, like,
oh, I'm sorry. Do you have an appointment? It's like the new crime lord is standing in front of you, but you're still like, yeah, sorry, we got no time. But yeah, but
yeah, and
just
Major
walked in.
Dormo again tells him about, like, oh, I didn't see you later. So he's always teasing him about that,
Yeah,
about their ways. And
yeah.
it was cool how he just forced his way in as well.
Yeah, yeah. And what do we think about the mayor? Do you so uh is he will he be important? Does he even have power? Because yes, he had some guards, but then and the guards then killed the assassin, which is weird because if he really wouldn't have sent him, why kill him? Um I didn't really fully understand why they killed him, but anyway, so he gave him the little hint and tip and some wise words before Boba left to go to you know her name. I always forget her name.
Garsha Whip, yeah.
Gasha.
last time I wrote it down and I couldn't find it in the notes. So yeah, Garsha.
Well, it's like Jennifer Beals.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so they went there. What is with her? You just asked me. So what do you think? Is she working for the Huts? Is she working for a
It looks like she
cartel?
fears the Huts. To me, it
Yeah.
looks like she fears, because she is sweating, and he is also saying, like, why are you sweating? And she's like, haven't you heard? And then we hear the music stops,
Drums.
right, and the drums, and we see them being carried. Do you know who is the Wookiee? That's what I want to know. I don't know. I've
Yeah.
never seen him.
Yeah. Okay. So so let's come to that scene. So I personally do think she doesn't work for the Huts. I think there is somebody else behind her because Star Wars is always there's always a bigger fish. But I don't know. Maybe it's one of the syndicates that's financing this in the background. I don't know, but she is. She's shady as well. I don't think she's one of the good ones. But yeah, so we don't know. So the two Huts are coming in, and do you know who they are? They are
They are twins.
cu-
They're cousins of
Mhm.
Jabba. But I
Yeah, the
don't.
cousins. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we haven't seen. I don't remember seeing them in Clone Wars. We were introduced to some other Huts in Clone Wars, but I don't remember them. I didn't really have time to
We
look it up.
didn't even get their names in this episode. In fact, so
No.
we couldn't know for sure. We just know they are
Yeah.
related, and then now they want to claim the throne.
Exactly. Yeah, but it's a big family, so the cousins of Jabba, whatever.
Big
Um,
beautiful family.
yeah,
They're so
yeah.
horrible to me. I don't know.
I mean, they were when he was holding that little mouse thing, and I was like, "Is he eating it? Is he eating it? Is he not eating it?"
No, but she was gracious with the little fan. She looked so like a princess style.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
so yes, so they finally someone was carried.
So finally.
We finally got it. And yeah, so the Wookiee, epic. Oh my effing god! I never saw a Wookiee as scary because the Wookiees. They fought on the side of the good, right? We know obviously Chewie. If you know the holiday special, the Wookiees were always the goodies, right? So his
Yeah,
name
and also Yoda goes to them, right,
for
for protection.
hiding.
So exactly,
Yeah.
so they're good. And now, who is this badass black furred Wookiee?
Okay, so his name is Black Croissant. I don't know if I pronounced this correctly or not. He's from the comics. So he's not a
Oh.
made-up character. He existed in the lore. He's from the comics, and he is one of the most fearsome, gruesome bounty hunters. I mean, that's what the Huds do, right? They hire people to work for them, and they love hiring bounty hunters. We know that. So Boba knows him.
And it's cool that Boba calls him Gladiator. I found that very cool. I
Yeah,
don't
and
know. I
then
didn't read the comics, so I don't know. Is that like referring to something from the past? Do you
I don't
know?
know that I don't know. I just I'm not deep into them. I know the character. I came across him, but I'm not super deep. I haven't done some research on that. But I do think they're totally setting up him, because the way they looked at each other, they're totally
Totally.
setting up
You saw
a
that look like this.
yep,
I
they're totally
see.
setting
I
up a
see.
fight there. So let's see what's happening. But I mean, good on the Huts, to hire one of the most fearsome, gruesome bounty hunters out there in the galaxy. I don't. I just a feeling. I do have a feeling Boba will hire him later on, because bounty hunters work for those who pay most. They're not loyal. They are loyal to money, right? So I don't know. I see something coming, but let's see. But they
Yeah.
will fight.
I'm
They'll
also
definitely
curious,
fight.
like you said, you don't know who Garsha is working for. I feel that
Yeah.
there is someone big that both Mayor and her are working for. Maybe they don't know that they're working together yet, but
Yeah.
I feel like there's someone
Yes.
big and bad coming
Yeah.
to the
Same.
show. Yeah,
Same. Because we were introduced to something else later on, and we'll talk about that too. A syndicate was mentioned, basically.
exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, love that scene. Obviously, like you said, they are setting this up as they are reclaiming their cousin's throne, basically. And I love when those poor guys had to carry two of them.
Oh my god. That was so funny.
Yeah.
So you could see the whole thing like a little bit bending. I was just looking like, is this gonna is this gonna
Yeah.
go?
Yeah, and they
Yeah.
were like, please don't talk too long, people, because we have to carry these monsters. Anyway, oh my god, and I loved that they had oh god, I forgot the name of the bloody blue elephant again. So he survived.
Yeah. Oh,
Max Rebo.
Yeah, Max Rebo.
Yes. Oh my God. And there were so many epic memes out
Yeah.
there. Like Max Rebo is like, I don't know, he's a Sith Lord or whatever because he survived this. And then they showed the ship, exploding in Return of the Jedi. So that was. I mean, how cool is that? So yeah, props to Max Rebo, still doing his moves in the cantina.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, so I like they have little tiny Easter eggs for the OG fans like us who are like, I know that guy, isn't he dead? So yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, exactly. And then it's cool how Fennec asks like, if we want to get them killed, the Huts, we need to get a permission. And then
Yeah,
it's like, do you think it's settled? It's not. What was that about? Do you
I
do
don't
you have
I
an
don't
idea?
know.
Oh,
I never heard that you need, like, is that like a crime thing? I mean, I don't know. I think I remember something from Legends, but I'm not really sure that is this must be one of the laws, even in an outlawed world, there must be a law. Maybe somebody from the chat now, so let us know. We didn't have time to look this up. But yeah, I like that. So this will set up, more. Is it from all the crime lords who needs, because it's obviously no, the Empire is
not
gone, right?
possible.
It's
You know
not the
that
New
we see them
Republic.
at the table later. That they are all in the
Yeah,
trailers. We saw them at the table. So maybe he
yeah,
needs to ask permission from all of them.
yeah.
Yeah.
And this is very Godfather like, again, because I really do think often they talk, and I mean, this is, in a way, this is all about money and whatnot, bounty hunting and this business, but it's also, and mafia and these structures, but it's also about honor in a way. So maybe this is,
Like a pride. For me, it was westerny, when that
yeah,
scene when
yeah,
he's with Hutz and Fennec is already firing her weapon. It was
yeah,
really like that. That was like a little bit westerny to me.
yeah,
And,
yeah. Liked it. So then
it's
we
the
come.
Bacta.
Yes. So then we come to one of the coolest training montages I've seen in a while. And it was so cool because, I liked the idea of, okay, so let's come to the train first, because so to explain the both. So there's apparently a train, running through the country of the Sand People, right, through the territory. And it is carrying, spoiler, it is carrying spice. this is not Dune, by the way. This is a better version of Dune, people. It's just very Dune. And yeah, so that train, and the people obviously protecting the goods on the train. So soldiers. And yeah, so I really loved them playing with Boba, learning the ways of the natives, right? But
Yeah,
then he is also teaching them something, right? And I think,
exactly.
yeah, and I really love this idea because he's not just taking, and he's also giving them something back. And they were hesitant in the beginning because they wanted to, like hammer down
Yeah,
the speeders, um, and but they were open because they understood this is our only way of surviving. And the chief even said, we are actually a peaceful tribe. We went into hiding, and this is how we kind of survive. There are different tribes out there.
exactly. So they are not probably the same tribe who was torturing me. So,
No,
so
that's what I wanted to tell you. Yeah, because this is
yeah,
how we were introduced to them. And this is just like humans, right? They are good people, they are bad people,
yeah.
right? So yeah, I
I,
really.
Sorry, no, I just wanted to say how I liked in this episode that we finally get some dialogue with them, because in the first episode
Yeah,
there was no dialogue. We didn't know what
yeah,
was happening. Now Boba
yeah,
learned a little bit of a sign language, and
yeah,
we get to know them on a deeper level. Like they
yeah,
mourned their dead, they were really
yeah,
crying, and then the way of
yeah,
how they put bodies on a pile when they are
yeah,
burning them. So they have their own tradition, and it's really
yeah,
cool to exactly to find out that there are more tribes. It's not just one, and it's
yeah.
not all Tuscans are bad. Like so,
Mm-mm.
this was really really nice introduction, and how they, even when they give him this little lizard. Reminded me of peyote, and of all these like ayahuasca trips where you get to find yourself. And it was very
Yeah.
very interesting scenes. But okay, let's talk about it later in the
Yeah, yeah. No,
in
but
this.
and you're right. And what I really like, because this is very much, you love the Mandalorian as well, and it is
Mhm.
really hard, when somebody's wearing a helmet, and this is basically what they do. You don't see their facial expressions, right? You don't see anything, but you still could understand them because the bloody little kid again. So you see little interactions, like the kid, when he touches his new coat, and like little nice heartwarming scenes with the Sand People. And exactly what you said, they are given a story, and culture and traditions and whatnot. And I think I really, because I just saw it one time, and I took notes and everything, so I didn't really
Yeah, me
listen what
too.
he said. Did you understand what the boss said about their history? Because I think he said there was something of a catastrophe or something happening, and then they had to flee. I didn't fully get it. That was when he was explaining the tribe situation.
Yeah, I just got the fact that they went into hiding because they don't believe that they have the same weapons as
Yeah,
Outlanders, right? And
yeah,
then Boba says, "Yeah, but now you have, and now you don't need to hide
yeah,
anymore." It's cool
yeah.
when he demands from Pikes for them to be paid from now on when they
That is so
trespass
cool.
their land. And I love, like, back to the scenes when he's teaching them to drive. That's like sort of reminded me of my driving. I really don't like to drive, so they were like so cute, just going back and forth and falling off the
That
thing.
was those
And
scenes.
and
It was gold.
but the
Yeah,
moment that he stood like proud, like a teacher, looking at them, I'm like, yeah,
yeah.
that was really almost like a fatherly moment to
It
me,
was.
right?
Yeah, no, it was. And it was it was funny in a way, but it was also, yeah, like you said, heartwarming, because you feel, okay, now at least somebody is giving them something so they can fight these people off. Because we saw, they killed the Bantas. And I was like, how many Bantas are there? But then you saw like hundreds of Bantas like walking through the, so I was like, okay, then enough of them. But they live with nature, and exactly like you said, they didn't have, and this is what happened to humanity and to indigenous people very often, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
they
Yeah.
they live somewhere, and then, so like this, the Portuguese and the Spanish and whatnot came to the native tribes of America, and then they had guns, and where this is very our own history. And I really love that, you know, somebody like Tamara Morrison plays it, and you can see how proud he plays it, because, you know, he is a Maori. He's a very proud Maori, you know, Indigenous people of New Zealand. So I really thought that was so cool that they give us that. And again, you know, Disney sometimes is very off with these things, and it can be very teachery, you know, and I don't like that. I want it to be natural, you know. And I do think a lot of people, you know, I'm Jewish, so I'm also a minority, and, you know, my people have been through a lot. So I understand, you know, I want to be represented in a natural, normal way. I don't want pity. I don't want, you know, I don't want any of that. So this is how I feel about that. I mean, people out there, I don't like this woke bullshit stuff, right?
Yeah,
When
well, you know,
it's like,
it's like they kind of want to make everything kind of kiddie, in a kiddie way. Did you see also the what's the name of the Hawkeye? Are you
yeah, I
watching
didn't see it.
Hawkeye?
No, not
I'm watching it.
interested.
I'm watching
Yeah,
because I kind of watch everything that's like Marvel and DC related, but
yeah,
I'm still like,
yeah.
oh, this is so childish. I don't know why. But then again, I'm watching Supergirl as well, so there's no excuses for my.
No. Yeah, no, but I like that. And like in the sequels, you know, what they did is, you know, do you remember that horse scene where they the horse racing, you know, where, oh, what's her name, Rose Tico or whatever her name was, when they went and see the betting on the horse racing in the new Star Wars movies. And it was,
Yeah, I think
yeah,
something.
and it was very, you know, like in your face. This is not good. These are the good. Like, I don't like that. I want it to be natural, and this felt natural. You know, this just felt. This is our own history, right? And a lot of people can relate to it. But it was portrayed in a beautiful and nice and not teachery, finger pointing way. So I enjoyed that a lot.
Yeah, the whole episode was really nice. And I loved how they put like vocals in certain scenes, you know, like when he's getting dressed in a Tuscanian robe, then we hear them, and on a train as well. And train was so the whole sequence of the train was very like it really kept you glued to the seat because of these droids constantly like making the train go faster. Did you I saw the spider creature. I just didn't realize, did he came from the train or from just under the sand when he was running away? And I don't know if it's related to any of the episodes that we are getting in the
From
future.
the train. I think from the train.
Yeah, the spider-like creature just went.
That's the same guy. That's the robot from the train.
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't get that part. I was not sure if he just came out of the sand because he was running away, or he belonged to the train. Because where is he going? Is he going to warn then the syndicate that something went awry? You know.
Yeah, but I think he was just saving his own ass, to be fair.
Okay.
Because, you know, the other guys will warn, and let's come to the train scene now. So now Boba has trained, you know, the Sand People. We love it. Fun training montages. And now they have this fight on the train, and yeah, I when they capture, it was super cool. It was maybe a bit too long, but, you know, I enjoy fighting
honestly
scenes,
for me
so.
too, just a little bit, because I don't
Yeah.
enjoy the fight scenes as much. I mean, I like the good fight scene, but when they drag, I think that's more a male thing. I honestly, that's my opinion. The guys really enjoy these kind of things, and I'm like, okay, you're fighting, cool, just like, okay.
Yeah, same. So it was mini too long, but anyway, it was cool. And then, you know, the epic warrior he came in and last minute, and he saved the day basically.
Just putting his gaffy stick in between.
So cool. And so we then learn what they were smuggling, transporting. I don't know if it's really, it should be smuggled, because now, you know, the Empire is no longer running it. I don't think the Republic wants these things to happen, but, you know, they're not strong enough, especially not on some lawless place like Tatooine. So it's a Pike syndicate. So do you know anything about them?
No, not really. Actually, you know that I missed I'm going to watch Clone Wars, but I haven't yet, so I miss a lot there. So please introduce them to me. I just know that they are Pikes because I quickly researched that, but I don't know that's the whole story of them.
Yeah. So so the thing is, my prediction for that will be that Crimson Dawn basically was destroyed, right? And I do think Kira, she will be that is my only. Sorry, my cat.
Oh, so cute.
Wait, I just have because she'll. No. Ow! No. Wait. Okay. Sorry, sorry, people. This is my own little Wookiee.
She's so adorable.
Yeah, well, I have 3 of those annoying ones, and they're all laying now, surrounding me. So, anyway, so I do think Crimson Dawn no longer a thing, and I do think Kira might have taken over, and I do think we might see Kira. The only thing is, from the timing of Solo, where she was, how old was she in Solo? Like 25-ish, because they were the childhood friends, and that was the time spent. So she was around 25. So now she would be, it's like 20 years later, right? So I do think, I don't know, is it maybe too old for her to play the role again, for the actress? So Emilia Clarke, so I don't really know. And one spoiler, I don't know if you've seen it, some magazines reported that Harrison Ford spilled some beans and said he filmed scenes for Boba Fett.
Oh, nice. I actually wanted to tell you how I'm hoping he's going to be one of the characters that they bring back. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. I don't really read.
This is obviously not confirmed. We don't know. Some of the other leaks were not correct, but I do think, I don't know, was it Daily Mail or Sun or somebody reported on it, and I don't think they would report it if it wouldn't be true. I think they had that from Harrison Ford himself, and we know he likes to spill stuff and talk about stuff. So apparently he filmed scenes. So that makes me like, is that like the reunion with Kira then? I don't know, but this whole syndicate thing, it really intrigues me, and I do think they are. There's another syndicate, because the spice is also fought. People fight for it, right? To mine it and sell it and whatnot. Again, very Dune-y.
I saw Spice in Bad Batch when Sid hires them to retrieve. So that's where I found out about Spice.
Yeah. So well, it's in Solo. So they when they did the Kessel run and whatnot. Anyway, and I think they even mentioned it's Kessel Spice. I think they say that.
Yeah, they did. They did. They actually call him somehow. Let me just, if I find. No. You talk. I'm gonna find it. Maybe.
Don't worry. So we have this scene then, with Boba, and I really love that and enjoy that Boba gets to do the negotiations, right? So
totally.
It could,
Sansana. Sorry, Sansana Spice from Kessel. They say Sansana Spice from Kessel. That's the name. Nerdy.
Yeah.
I had to write it down.
Yeah, so the whole thing is very connected to Solo. So it would make, and the whole hut thing, right? The huts, and Solo obviously connected, and Boba and Han, might still have some problems with each other. So it makes sense that he'll show up. I really want that.
Wonder why.
What happened? No. So I will be very happy to see that. But coming back to this negotiation, right? So this is what you said before. So first of all, they let Boba do it, but then again, the Sand People don't speak English. Or whatever they're speaking, So Boba does the negotiations, but he sits there, somebody hands him one of the plants, right? That is very boss tribe vibe, right? And that is before his ceremony, before he kind of gets fully accepted into the tribe. So I like that they gave him this moment, and I do think he enjoyed that as well. And this is one of the first moments he had as a new, as somebody taking over then later. Baba, this is basically the same he did then. This was his first time not being a bounty hunter, but
like a leader.
Yeah.
But I didn't see, is did the main leader of the Tuscans die on a train? Because there were,
No.
I couldn't recognize how.
No.
I know some older ones did. We lost
Yeah.
some of them, so I wasn't sure at that moment, is he taking the lead because he's being led, or because there's no higher ranking? So
no, he was he was still there, and he was the one later on when he was given, when he came back with a tree. Yeah. So no, he's still alive. They gave him this moment, and again, it's a first moment Boba had, not being a bounty hunter, but like his new role now, training for his new role, and it's connected to the Sand People, so they definitely come back. So yeah, and so what you now said comes in, and I really like that, because he doesn't just say, give us everything you have and never come back. No, he says, you can continue whatever you're doing, but from now on, because he understands this will continue, so he tries to find a way we both can live with, right? And this fighting will stop. And he says, but you pay, because it's their land and they're reclaiming it now, and from now on you pay.
And also how he tells them, you will walk in single line toward the higher sand to the anchorhead. It's how they used to travel, right, in a single line. So it really likes accept their ways, that you're gonna get the black melon. It's cool that we find out it's a black melon milk kind of water thing that they have. It reminds me of coconuts. Totally.
Yeah, very simple. Yeah, right, except you're not digging for them, but they fall on your head. But
potato.
So yeah, I like you said, I really enjoyed that, and I do think they'll survive. Maybe one or two of them dies, but casualties. And I don't think they will cause problems anymore. I think that is really resolved now. I do think this is the first time, and I loved what he said, because the leader of these trained people, he said, we didn't know, we thought they were wild animals, or something like that, he said.
Like just strays or something like that.
Yeah, and that is cool.
That's what we thought about them as well, right? Before we got to get to know them now in Boba.
Yeah,
indeed.
And he sees now, no, and they have a strong leader, and they really can fight back. And apparently somebody taught them how to use a speeder and whatnot, and weapons. And I think they respect them now, but they didn't. This is very often, they didn't know. They really thought they were just wild animals, basically. So I like that little. Obviously, it doesn't justify what they did. No, it didn't. It doesn't. But
But then again, it was another tribe. This is a peaceful tribe. They just went into hiding.
Yeah.
Also, if you look at the scene, the Pikes were the one who shot first from the train. So yes, they were preparing, but you couldn't tell, are they preparing to attack or are they just preparing to defend? And then the Pikes shot at them first. So they really proved to be a peaceful tribe in that way. And I just love how Boba, he again had the opportunity to just leave them, not care, just to go his way. But he goes, he beats the crap out of those guys. Those were the same guys that were attacking the moisture farm, right? In the episode 1.
I think so. I would say, I think so. Yeah. Oh, and fun little Easter egg. I don't know the names. I forgot the names. But the two people, the woman and the guy sitting in the bar where they had the drinks, they, when he stole the speeders, they are friends of Luke.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's from a deleted scene. But they're friends of Luke. They have names. I forgot the name. Somebody in the chat will know. Yeah, so they were friends of Luke.
I love how they put a lot of these little thingies in throughout the whole episode. And of course, if we didn't want to do a review so fast, and if we had the opportunity to see it and to research more times, then we would also get to talk about so many more details. Like now, there's just like watching once and that's it. It's too exciting. It's too exciting to wait.
Yeah, it's fine. There are enough detail. There are people who know way more than we do, who have all the details ready. Watch those videos. We just, we're just fans and girls who love Star Wars and
Totally.
love talking about the new Book of Boba Fett show. So yeah, so let's come to the lizard scene now. This is so, I mean, it was so funny, like how Boba reacted in the beginning. He was like, "Oh, cool! A super cool present is coming in, incoming present." And then he was like, "Oh, it's a lizard. Thank you."
Oh, I think I swallowed it. I'm sorry.
The swallowing part was so fun. I laughed my ass off.
I
That was
loved
so
it.
good.
Oops.
Yeah.
Thank you
So
for a gift, but
I ate it. I'm sorry. So let's talk about the lizard trip. So yeah, as you said, it's very like, going to one of these camps and having a spiritual, like waking up moment
yeah, it's
and
like
remembering.
ayahuasca or licking a frog or whatever. It's a lizard in your
Yes.
nose, but yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. And I
the
thought the
the
thing
facts are the
stays in
same.
him. Yeah, I thought this is like Alien all over again or something like that. And I was
Yeah,
like,
I
is that
also thought
lizard?
like, is he still in him in the present time? Does he?
Yes.
So that was fun to see that. No, it was just for him to find his perfect gaffy stick. That's that's all
Yeah.
it was. Well, not all it was. I like the vision he had. He again
Yeah.
sees Javas, and he
Yeah.
sees himself in the Sarlacc pit, and
Yeah.
himself as a boy
Yeah.
on Camino. So it was.
Yeah.
I think those scenes. It was this little scene was so
Yeah.
powerful. I wish it lasted longer. Like maybe they could have shortened the train part and then make. But then again, it was cool because it was short, and you got to see a lot of scenes
Yeah.
in a short period of time.
Yeah, and when you dream, often there are just flashbacks. It's not whole scenes. This is very like in real life, right? Yeah, I really love that we got to see, as you said, scenes from Camino when his dad was leaving. This was Django leaving on the
Mhm.
Slave One. It's no longer called Slave One, whatever it's called now, and that was the scene from Camino. And I love these flashbacks to Attack of the Clones because that is mainly the timeline he remembers.
Mhm.
And that was really, yeah, was a bit sad. I don't know,
It was.
will we get more information? This was the last time he saw his father. I mean, he then saw him being killed in the arena, but I mean, and we saw, I think we even saw his face. We saw Django. So will we get, I mean, the actor is still around, so maybe we will even get more flashbacks of him and his father. I would love to see these things, or like to know more about the whole Camino Attack of the Clones time. I think, I mean, you can bring in so many actors because with CGI everything is possible these days. So yeah, let's see if they will tell us more about the time of Attack of the Clones. And yeah, and then something super cool happens, and you said it. He gets his. I mean, the moment he came
It,
back with a
it's
tree,
a
I
branch.
I
It's a
yeah,
branch.
yeah, I was like, okay, I get it now, because you saw he was fighting with a wooden one before. And this is
Yeah.
very much to you. Have you seen Clone Wars?
No.
No, okay.
Mm.
So we learn in Clone Wars that the Padawan, so the young Jedi in training, that how they build their lightsabers. So the lightsaber is a, oh wait, by the way, wait. I have one. I have an epic one. It doesn't focus properly, but it is. It's a really cool one.
Of course you have one.
It's not. It should be dark. Then you would properly see it.
The high ground.
Yeah, it's a really good one. It's a VFX one.
Oh,
Yeah, it's really cool.
nice.
Yeah, it's a
Nice.
proper one. They are training with these ones, so it's a fighting, like it's a really good one. Like the hilt is steel, so it's pretty cool.
Okay, now
Anyway,
I just want to come over and play with your toys. It just
yes,
totally.
yeah, I know. got this for Christmas, so yay.
So nice.
Anyway, follow me on TikTok. There are some videos of me playing with that thingy on TikTok. Anyway, let's go back to this. So they find there's a where is it? Is it Dagobah? I don't really remember what planet it is. There's something like a cave, and the cyber crystals are in there, right? It's like real crystals, and they basically choose their Padawan, and this is how, and they put the cyber crystals then in the lightsaber, and the different colors stand for different like, are you a diplomat, are you a, so they stand for different things. This would be way too long to explain this now.
Well, now I'm curious to watch, because I did notice different colors. I love the purple one, obviously.
Yeah, well, but that's another reason. That's just because Samuel L. Jackson literally said, I want a powerful one. And the whole blue and green thingy was just because blue or green looked different on the sand and on the backdrop they filmed on. So that was how it originated in the 70s. This is the story behind Lucas' idea of the colors. But they gave the colors of the lightsaber a real cool history. Like the yellow ones, the guards had those ones, and then you have the black, the dark saber, even then. But it's a really cool like history behind this. And the red ones, this is when you let this is a normal lightsaber. It has been a normal cyber crystal, but the Sith, they let it bled out. So this is how it turns red. Yeah, it's really cool.
Cool.
So you can watch a lot of lore videos. Yeah, the lore videos are good on that. There are hundreds of videos out there. But this is, very reminiscent to what the Padawan did. Like, they were chosen, basically. They come back with this raw material, and then a lightsaber is forged with it, right? And this is very high fantasy. I mean, I'm a Lord of the Ring channel. This is how they forged basically swords, or if you like, George R.R. Martin, The Song of Ice and Fire, with the Valyrian swords and whatnot. This is very reminiscent, to the sword forging process. Yeah, but I really like that, Boba then came back with his tree, and then he got his own stick. He wasn't given a stick by anybody. It was forged for him.
Forge him himself. Like, first they put him in this in ceremonial outfit, and then he gets out. Now he's part of the tribe. And then we thought like the gaffy stick was going to be made for him, but no, they just were teaching him how to. So he does like every little carving himself, and I really love that part. That was really it's like it's him. They gave him a perfect gift. Just he gifted them with those speeders. I always call them speedsters because of the Flash, I watch Flash too, so so for me it's like speeders. Okay, I missed out. But that was really cool. It was a really, really cool scene. Super cool that he comes out with this stick. And also the end of the episode, when they are dancing around the fire, that totally reminded me of when I went to Tahiti and watched men Tahitian dance, because women, they dance more, like divine and female wear, but men, they dance more rough. They didn't have sticks, but this is exactly what the dance reminded me of when I was
or very Maori, like, even the Oaxaca they do. I love this scene. And again, it was very reminiscent of him. In the first episode, you saw how he got geared up in his armor, the armor of the current times, like the Mandalorian armor, right? But he also embraced that very native, very ancient, very non-weapon, non-industrialization, ritual, where this was just cloth, right? It doesn't protect you from anything, but it is now.
But it's special. It was still like special, where they put ropes around his hands. They're probably every little piece of fabric serves a purpose. It protects you from the sand, and probably helps you also hold your weapon. So maybe we see more about it. But like you said, now we saw the past. Now it's good to go a little bit to the future. Also, they don't need to put so much makeup on him all the time.
Oh God, poor thing. No, he has the Bacta tank now. No, but yeah, I do think they will, because he's now full part of the tribe, right? And I do think, because he went through this ritual, and I do think they will come back and aid him. I do think, because he doesn't
Possible.
have. Yeah, it doesn't look like he has many friends at this point. He doesn't, especially not on Tatooine, right? And like, there's so many people against him right now. The Huts are coming in as well. So he has literally the two Gamorrean guards, and he has Fennec Shan. Like, what like, he doesn't have a lot. He doesn't even have rancor. So I do think he will get back to them, and they will aid him, however,
Very
whenever.
possible. Yeah.
I
I
think that. Yeah.
I agree. They need to come up in the present as well, because, like you say,
Yeah.
at this point we only know them to be his friends. We don't know really anyone else. He didn't
No.
make as a bounty hunter. I like it when he said to the mayor, "I'm not a bounty hunter, but I'm still gonna take this money because you should have given it to me in the
Yeah.
episode one."
That was cool. Yeah. But the mayor said to him, it's easy to be a bounty hunter, and it is, and I do think, because yes, he just worked for you, you just work for yourself, right? But
Mhm.
now he has to reign over a kingdom, basically. It's always, this is very, again, reminiscent of fantasy literature, or even like our own times. To fight for something and to win something is actually the easy part. Then to reign over something and keep
Mhm.
reigning, and staying in the saddle and staying on the throne, is actually way harder.
Yeah, and he said the family, so it's more complicated. It's again the reference to the Godfather and all
Yes.
the yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. But Boba, in a way, found, but Boba lost his family. He just had his father, which wasn't. Yeah, I mean, he was his biological father, but he's an altered clone, so is he. So he never had that sense of family. And I think that was also in the comics. Like, for Django, it was always important to teach Boba a sense of family. So they worked with other bounty hunters and with other people. So Boba wasn't trained just alone, and wasn't, that lowly soldier in the world. Django trained him, and had little jobs and whatnot with others. So Boba knew how to play and how to interact with others, and not do a job just alone. Like, the Mando also, that was also a big part of, he had a crew before, then he was working alone. And maybe this whole family thing now, I think that tribe is his family.
Indeed, and I think also Omega will show. I really hope and
Yeah,
think that she will show at some point, because she is a family, the closest to family that
she
he
is.
has.
And you have the connection with Fennec, so I
Yeah,
do think, I don't think she will show up in season 1. I think later, or maybe at the end, or something like
they
that,
should be
right?
around the same age, right? Like 40, 43, something like
Yeah.
that. Now in
Yep.
this, so she could also
Yeah.
be an aide.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. So yeah, I think we covered it all. I think we
I
have
think
some
so.
questions. What do you expect for episode 3? What do you think will happen?
You know what? I don't like to do that. I just like to. It's
You want to enjoy.
because it's like when I watch movies, I usually guess everything. There's just like a beginning of the
I
movie, and I'm
know.
already, this will happen, and this and this and this and this and this, and then it just happens, and I'm like, oh, it's still a good movie. But
Yeah.
this is why I really don't like to expect anything. I didn't expect anything about this episode. I just let
Yeah.
it surprise me. First, it
Yeah.
surprised me that it was so long, and it felt like, oh my god, I have a lot
It
of
was
things to write.
53 minutes. Yes. Yes.
That was first surprise, but I'm hoping to see more present now. What happens
Yeah.
more? I hope maybe we see Han and Leia also. Who knows?
I don't
Uh,
think they'll do the Leia thing, but because she was abused enough, But I think the Han thing is spot on. I still think Kira could show up. Luke, I think Luke
with
will
Grogu. Oh.
show up. Yeah, because I think they will tease this Jedi thingy. Although this is not about Jedi, right? This is, and I'm totally
Mm.
fine with that. This show not being about Jedi, but he was always connected to them. So yeah, I would like that, and I'm sure we maybe not everything in season 1, but then season 2. So yeah, I'm excited. And we got one more news. I don't know if you've seen it. So when you go through the time, so the suggested shows on Disney Plus, something showed up, and it is effing Obi-Wan. So they are already teasing it, so that I think they only show the new and upcoming shows. So I think early spring we'll get Obi-Wan, I'm pretty sure.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah. And we'll, like Anakin, or Vader now, Hayden Christensen will be back, Ewan McGregor, my Obi-Wan, will be back. So I love that. So I think, I don't think anything like, well, I maybe April, I would say. I don't know, but let's not speculate.
Do you know anything about Bad Batch? Because I'm waiting for that one. I really like that one. I love all.
I think it was teased as well. So maybe Bad Batch before Obi-Wan, because now we had a live action, then they have an animation again, and then I mean, the Obi-Wan is the big thing for 2022. And I don't know, do you want to run against, like, in September we get Lord of the Rings, in April, May you get House of the Dragon. So all the big, like the big networks are putting out their information about what show will run. So I do think Obi maybe then May, if they have Bad Batch before that would make sense.
Well, I can't wait. Whenever it is, I just can't wait.
Same. In the meantime, I'll train with my lightsaber.
Yeah, please post some videos on Instagram too, please.
Yes, I obviously choose the red one.
Of course.
Of course. Good, people. So thank you for staying on. Next Wednesday, same procedure. Mia and I will talk about this. I wanted to bring on another friend of mine. He has a super cool channel, talks about these things as well, Dork Lords. But the thing is, I'll talk to him, to Matt. But the thing is, go follow him. He has epic Star Wars, Lord of the Ring content as well. But I don't know about timing, because, for me and I, this is early morning on a Wednesday. For all the Americans, it's like midnight and later, 3 a.m. in the morning. So let's see if we can do that. If not, it's just always the beautiful Mia and I, two girls chatting Star Wars. I think we need a name for this, Mia. Should we need a name, but we don't have a name.
Let's do that off camera. Let's try to agree.
Yeah. Or maybe somebody has a suggestion. Girls Gone Canon. Thank you so much for listening. Till the next one. Bye-bye, my lovelies.
Bye.